Many years ago, before our family went to Cambodia to serve as missionaries, I remember sitting down with Kathy and talking about her desire to start this chapter of Red Hatters. Kathy shared that she wanted to give this group a name that had Christian connotations. Of course, she came up with the name Koinonia. Kathy never wanted to turn anyone away, but she did want to make it clear that this Red Hatters chapter's purpose was to glorify God. As you all fellowship and spend time with one another, encouraging one another to love and good deeds. Our individual relationship with God influences and guides our fellowship with one another. Because He first loved us, we can love others. Koinonia is being in agreement with one another, being united in purpose, intimately participating and serving alongside each other. If there was one word that I would choose to describe Mom, koinonia would be the word I would choose.
Hello, Tom and Teal. This is Joanne, and I just want you to know that we had a good meeting tonight, and everybody did miss Kathy a lot, and we had a lot of good stories about her, and it was just nice to see everyone. I was surprised how many came tonight. We had several. Teal, I'll never forget the times you and I've had. I really enjoyed getting to know you, and I hope I get to see you again sometime. And Tom, I had a good time telling them, all the girls, about some of the things that Kathy left on her note for me. The one that they all got a good laugh at was about the pickle juice. That I had to ask if you had enough pickle juice to get you through because I know you need it. So we had a good time about that. It gave us something to laugh at. And you know, I'm here for you, and anything you need, all you have to do is call me, okay? So I love both of you a lot. Bye.
This is Debbie Addison, and I always admired Kathy. She was always so happy, and she was just so helpful in anything that she did, and I admire her work for the veterans and her passion, the lights and all. And I just wanted you to know how much we're going to miss her. And I love her outside decorations all the time, okay? The blow up ones. Thank you.
Hi, Tom. This is Carol DeVries. I've had you in my prayers. I've been very thoughtful and wondering how you're doing. And I see you every once in a while going up down the road with Brad. He's driving you. And I see you got a nice sum of money from Oak Hill. And we gave $400 from the Red Hatters for Kathy for Tree of Lights. And we just want you to know that we'll keep you in our prayers and hope it all goes well. We love you.
When I first met Kathy, she was working at Lakeview as the dietitian. Kathy knew what each of her ladies was capable of, the jobs they liked to do and the jobs they didn't like to do. She ordered our work days so that we would have everything prepared and then have time to sit together for break to talk and encourage one another before all the children came in to eat. Kathy knew how to get people to work together.
Hi, Tom. This is Jackie. And my other half, Dean, and we took and we miss you. I know that you and Dean was in Exchange Club, and Kathy always came and helped out do things, and we just want to know we appreciate you. And when I see you outside, I'll try to stop by and talk to you. And I love your decorations outside, the Halloween. I enjoy going by and seeing that, and I know that was important to you and Kathy. And just want you to know we love you, and we're praying for you, and just take care, and hopefully I will see you soon. God bless.
It's Pat, and I first met you both at Special Olympics when Riley was swimming. And over the years, we've had opportunities to be together and enjoy each other's company. Sorry about Kathy, and you're in our prayers and thoughts.
Hi, Tom. This is Sadie McIntyre, and I just thought Kathy was such a loving, giving, and just an energetic person. And she was always so friendly and always was concerned about everyone else. And you are still in our thoughts and prayers, and she was a wonderful person, and I just know that she's dancing up in heaven right now, and I hope to see her someday. You take care.
After knowing Kathy for just a short time, we realized that Kathy's workspace always needed to be decorated. Whether she was in the Lakeview cafeteria, at a VA, at a euchre gathering, or serving food in a church kitchen somewhere, she always had some kind of decorations that allowed those around her to celebrate the present holiday and season. In the past 5 to 10 years, she was making wreaths to bless others and decorating for the holiday. And don't forget the massive inflatables arranged around the Luzadder yard that so many people come to get their picture taken at, or the lights shining on the graves of our vets to remember those who have sacrificed to bring us freedoms. Kathy was always trying to keep the morale up of those she worked with, reminding them to celebrate because life is special. Relationships are special. Take advantage of every moment.
I just want to say that Bruce and I have been to the VA different times, and it's just not the same without Kathy being there. The decoration she used to supply, the laughter, always ask about Bruce, and he's one that he's not going to say anything unless somebody says something to him. And we don't get that now. And then we were here, or we're at the VA one day this week, as well as today, but I thought of that beautiful tree she made last year with the boots and all the military hangings on it. I thought it's not going to be the same, but I am so thankful to have known her and all of her patriotism and how she treated our veterans. That was so important, and I know they're all missing it, and she was such a blessing. And having known her so many different things, I said on my card how different our paths have crossed so many different ways, and I just feel so blessed to have known her. And you, Tom.
This is Loretta, and I think she was very, very patriotic, and she loved her God and her country, and she wasn't afraid to tell anybody about it either, and I'll miss her.
Tom, I want to tell you about the fact that we teased her all the time about the fact that she was trying to have as shiny a head as you had, and she just was proud of that. And I thought it was just funny. We always laughed about that.
And did anyone ever notice that while Kathy was a great cook, she didn't know how to create a meal for less than 15 people? I think that is because she was always thinking about the fellowship of the larger group. God used Kathy to bring people together, and all fellowships were surrounded by the breaking of bread, Red Hatters, euchre, church events, Let Your Light Shine gatherings. Kathy couldn't even participate in water aerobics without organizing a monthly meal for fellowship and encouragement. This is just who Kathy was.
My name's Carol Hepler. Kathy helped us so much at the VA. My husband was a veteran, and she just helped us so much. Thank you.
Hi, this is Melba Fraser, and I met Kathy through the Red Hatters, and I miss her very much, and she was a wonderful person. So.
Hi, this is Roberta Fowler, and I knew Kathy through Red Hats. She was a very sweet, personal, and I loved her very much.
Like most newlyweds, when Tim and I first got married, we were poor. Tom and Kathy took us in. They fed us several times a week, and they entertained us with their stories and games of euchre. They even gave us a key to their home and allowed us to use their washing machine and tanning bed. But we really didn't even need their key because their house was almost always unlocked. I had never met anyone like Tom and Kathy, who trusted not man, but God with everything that she had.
It's hard for me to believe that she's gone because
you didn't see her.
I don't want to cry, but like Tiffany said, I had no closure. I didn't get to say my goodbyes to her.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want nobody to see her that way.
Nobody did.
But Angie let me talk on the phone to her. They put me on speaker and they put the phone up to her ear. I don't know if she heard anything or not. But she was the most kind and giving person I have ever met. No matter what you needed or want, she was there for you. And Mr. So Jewel and I and Kathy and our husbands, we were together all the time. We had so much fun together. As you can see on Facebook, all the funny things we did. We went out to breakfast every Saturday morning together. And one of my main things I remember about what she did for me, last December, actually it was on December the 13th, it was Friday the 13th. That's why I know it. I got my billfold stolen at Horner's. I was in a cart and I had it right on top of my purse. I turned to get my groceries and someone came in the door and grabbed it and took out. I did not know that my billfold was going until I went out to eat at Gyro's that night and I went to pay and I didn't have no billfold. So I could not pay for my meal. But we go in there all the time and so they let us, said we come in on Saturday morning for breakfast, you can pay it then. So they gave me an IOU. And I told Kathy about it Friday night and she says, oh Rita, that's terrible. I said, I had all my Christmas money in there, over $100 and stuff. Well, the next morning we went out for breakfast. She handed me $100, $100 bill. I could not believe it. I was just overcome. Then she got up and she paid for our meal that we didn't get to pay for the night before. Oh my goodness. And that's the kind of person she was. And I miss her dearly and I can hardly wait to get to heaven to see her. I love her.
God has blessed and taught our family a lot through the Luzadders, especially Kathy, specifically how to obediently walk with the Lord and to work at everything with all of my heart. Being a wife, a mom, or just a laborer, everything I should do should be done for His glory and to the best of my ability. Kathy didn't just say that she trusted the Lord with her mouth. She allowed it to overflow into her daily life. Philippians 2:1-2 declares, if you have any encouragement from being united with Christ, if any comfort from His love, if any fellowship with the Spirit, if any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and purpose. Kathy was fueled by our Lord. All her encouragement, all her love, and her worth were satisfied by what her Savior said about her. Kathy's joy was complete, which allowed the Lord to use Kathy as He was poured out of her. Even in her final moments of life on this earth, Kathy said, my bags are packed. What she was saying was, to live is Christ, but to die is gain. O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me.
You know when I sit down or stand up.
You know my thoughts, even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do.
You know what I am going to say, even before I say it, Lord.
You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand.
I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence.
If I go up to heaven,
you are there.
If I go down to the grave,
you are there.
If I ride the wings of morning, if I dwell by the farthest oceans,
even there your hand will guide me, and your strength will support me.
I could ask the darkness to hide me, and the light around me to become night. But even in darkness,
I cannot hide from you.
To you the night shines as bright as day.
Darkness and light are the same to you.
You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb.
You saw me before I was born.
Every day of my life was recorded in your book.
Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed.
How precious are your thoughts about me, O Lord, O God.
They cannot be numbered.
I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up,
You are still with me.
We love you, Grandma.
We love you, Grandma.
Love you.
Grandma.
Love you.
Love you.
Frosty the Snowman. To Katie, read to you by Grandma and Grandpa Luzadder. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children knew how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was as live as he could be, and the children said he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, "Let's run and we'll have some fun now before I melt away." Down to the village with the broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, "Catch me if you can." He led them down the streets of town right to the traffic cop. And he only paused a moment when he heard them holler, "Stop!" Goodbye, Frosty. For Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye, saying, "Don't you cry, I'll be back again someday." Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow.